We're going to talk about a guy that maybe you played with. I'd love to get your insight on this. Tyronn Lue. He is the LA Clippers coach, and he just signed a new deal that goes all the way through the 28-29 season that will make him one of the highest paid coaches in the year at $14 million a year. Now, why did he get this extension? Because the Clippers finished the 4 seed. They got beat by the Mavericks, right? They've not been great the last couple of years. So he had 1 year left on his contract. He's been 184 and 134 in 4 seasons with the Clippers. So respectable, but not great. It's actually 6th best record in the NBA over that time. So that's respectable. That's basically a top 5 team during his coaching span. And he led them to their first Western Conference Finals appearance ever a couple years back. And he's had injuries to deal with between Kawhi Leonard and Paul George and some of these things. So, Jimmy, tell us a little bit about what you know about Tyronn Lue as a player and as a coach. We'd love your personal insight. And being the highest paid coach in the league is worth asking the question, is he the best coach in the league? Go ahead, Jimmy.
Ooh, you know, so Tyronn Lue, I never had the opportunity to play against him, but I do know him. We met on a couple occasions. He's a great person as well outside of the game. But what he's done as a head coach for the Cavaliers, as a head coach for the Clippers, and dealing with major personalities. Remember, we discussed, coaching in the NBA a while ago, and I mentioned that the great coaches are managers. They're not necessarily X and O's all the time, but they know how to manage personalities and guys to bring them together. You mentioned Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. People have like outward opinions about Kawhi and some about Paul, about how they play, their availability, and even with Russell Westbrook, having him go from a all-star starter to coming off the bench and really having an impact in the success of the team. So yes, he deserves that $14 million a year, coaching LeBron in Cleveland, and then coming here and having 3 all-stars and bringing them together and fighting, and having success and fighting through all the injuries and still having basically a top 5 record in the league. So yes, he is one of the best, and if not the best, he's close to it. So I would give him his love, give him his props, because I actually think that he's one of the greatest or better coaches of this era.
I am going to go ahead and say I don't think he's the best coach in the NBA. I think that he is deserving of this contract, and I think it's really hard to say. I mean, you can look at this in the NFL, and I wish I would have looked it up. But if you listed the 5 highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL right now,
Mhm.
it's like, guys that you're like, what?
Right.
It's not Mahomes, it's not Allen, it's just, so it just kind of works with cycles and what people
Mhm.
are willing to pay. And if you're the Clippers and you suck forever, and you've got a guy that's got you the best, 5th best team in the last 4 years, you're not going to get rid of that. You're going to stick with that. And
Absolutely.
that's smart. And
Absolutely.
so I'm happy for Tyronn Lue. Sounds like you're saying he's a great guy. And I don't think
You
he's
got
the
your
NBA's
leader. He's
best
a
coach,
leader. He's
but
a
I
leader of
definitely think
men.
he definitely deserves that